aussi. Hello, fellow moms and homemakers, and welcome to Healing Home. I hope that you had a great Christmas and holiday season, and that you are going to join me in 2025 as we talk more about motherhood, homemaking, a little splash of homesteading, and whatever else I decide to talk about, all through the scope of faith. This week we're going to talk about something that we've all felt at one point or another, and that is the overwhelm of juggling too much. As moms, we often wear many hats like cook, cleaner, teacher, you get the idea. And sometimes there's just not enough time in the day. But here's a thought. What if we're making it more complicated than it needs to be? What if simplifying could lead to more abundance, productivity, and joy in our life? Stick around today because we're going to talk about creating a more simple home that leads to more joy and purpose. While we're chat, I am going to be, along with my family, doing our deep January reset. I decided before Christmas that I did not want to do the typical January declutter your home. I thought it would be better for my mind and this pregnancy if I just got that out of the way before Christmas, and I was totally right. So during this deep January reset, we're going to be doing things like simple decluttering because the house always gets a mess during Christmas no matter how hard you try. We'll be taking down Christmas decor that we haven't already taken down and fluffing any of the winter greens that I have left because we are headed into the coldest months here in Minnesota. So I do like to leave up some winter decor and some soft candles and lighting. We're also preparing to start up homeschooling next week, which is a little bit more complicated than just starting up because we decided to switch curriculums, which would be a much deeper and longer conversation than I have time for this video. But we're going through some school papers, which I should have done a long time ago because most of these are school papers from last school year. So we're going to be organizing that into bins for my boys and then just doing a general cleaning of the home. We'll also be making a sourdough banana bread, which also happens to be the recipe of the week. Don't forget to check out the accompanying blog post, which has printables like my decluttering checklist and other resources. I hope you stick around as we chat about simplifying for abundance. Welcome to Healing Home in 2025. I hope you are encouraged and inspired by your time here.
This week's video is brought to you by Truly Free. I have been on a clean living and toxic-free lifestyle journey since around 2010. I have tried it all when it comes to personal care products, household products, and cleaners. The thing is, when it comes to laundry cleaners and dishwasher cleaners, you need a detergent, and that is not something that is typically easy to produce in a DIY manner. I've grated down soap, boiled products together, and truly tried everything, and always been disappointed with the results. Even other supposed non-toxic products have eventually failed the non-toxic test in my house in one way or another, mostly because of our country's truly ridiculous standards for marketing and trade secret laws. I've become skeptical of companies that claim toxic-free, but Truly Free has won me over. Truly Free is on a mission to free over 10 million homes from toxic chemicals and excess plastic waste. One thing I love about Truly Free is that their products are water-free. Water is a prime place for bacteria to grow, especially after a product sits. One of the things I look for in toxic-free products is that water is not listed on the label. Of course, you will add water to these products eventually, but I think that the key here is that these bottles from Truly Free are not sitting for months and months before they enter your home. Their water-free minimal packaging helps you reduce your carbon footprint and maintain a spotless home. I could go on and on about these products, but for now, I'll just say that I'm truly sold on Truly Free, their mission and guidelines for toxic-free products. They create innovative, powerful, and family-safe products in reliable and reusable packaging, which empower families to protect themselves from harm and reduce their environmental footprint. You can use my code HEALINGHOME and get a full 30% off your order. First, let's acknowledge something. A cluttered home often leads to a cluttered mind. And when your mind is overwhelmed, it's so much harder to be the mom, wife, and person you want to be. Simplifying isn't about perfection or creating a Pinterest-worthy home. It's about making space for what truly matters. As you sort through things in your home, be aware of what you have in excess and what is causing an improper heart response. Do not lay up for yourself treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth or rust destroys, and where thieves do not break in and steal. Matthew 6:19-20. Jesus says to store up heavenly treasures. Often our heavenly treasures get clouded by the earthly treasures that we are holding too tightly to. What earthly treasures are you grasping that are preventing you from enjoying and storing up heavenly treasures? Step 1 in our little adventure of simplifying our homes is to take inventory of everything you own. And I do mean everything. I know it sounds daunting, but think of it about this. If your home is a haven, do all these items you're holding on to serve that vision? Sometimes we're so busy managing our things that we don't realize how much they're managing us. Sometimes it's not just about physical clutter, but the emotional attachment to it. Does your home feel crowded? Do you have stuff cluttering up spaces like your kitchen table, coffee table, or countertops? If so, then maybe that's signs of excess. Perhaps you're trying to maintain things that no longer serve a real purpose in your daily life. Go room by room, category by category, and ask yourself some key questions. Does this bring me joy? Do I actually use it? And maybe the most telling question: if I didn't already own this, would I go out and buy it again? That's one that really gets me time and time again. If the answer is no, it's probably time to let it go. And you know what? That's okay. There's freedom in releasing the things that are no longer serving you. If you do need a more practical place to start, I have a full resource on my website on decluttering, including a printable worksheet and labels to help you get started. As you're sorting, keep in mind that our earthly treasures are temporary. Heavenly treasures are where we should be putting our hope and joy. When you take inventory and release the excess, you're not just cleaning your space. You're cleaning your mind and making room for what matters. Over time, this physical clutter can contribute to stress levels that affect your mental health. That's a really key one for me. The goal isn't to get rid of everything, but to make room for the best things and the things you truly love, need, and use. The recipe of the week is my sourdough banana bread, and be warned, the einkorn sourdough banana bread might be eaten in one family sitting. It melts in your mouth and is fluffy, simple, and classic. Grab those overripe bananas and sourdough discard, and let's make some banana bread. This is one of those classic recipes we frequently enjoy. My guess is that you feel the same. There's something about banana bread that is homey and comforting. It's typically easy to whip together, and it feels good to put use to food that otherwise would be thrown away. Although you can just use sourdough discard and whip it up in a few minutes, you can also let the sourdough starter part ferment overnight and then mix it in with the rest of the ingredients in the morning or whenever you want to make it. That will make it Trim Healthy Mama compliant for my Trim Healthy Mama friends, but also give you more benefits from the fermented flour. I hope you enjoy this recipe. You can find it over on my recipe website, healinghomesrecipe.co.
one big stuff.
I'll eat the butt. Fork and butter in there.
Go butter. Thank you. Was that a fire today?
Kind of cold for that was.
Oh,
Step 2 is all about curating your space. This isn't about how much you own, it's about what you own and how it makes you feel. When you surround yourself with things you love, your home starts to feel like a sanctuary. This step is about intentionality. Instead of filling your space with random items, choose pieces that mean something to you or serve a purpose. That beautiful vase your grandmother gave you, display it. The books you love but haven't had time to read, create a little reading nook. When you intentionally design your space with love, it becomes a reflection of what's important to you. This is what simplifying can do. It creates space not just in our home, but also in your heart and mind for what truly matters: connection, joy, and peace. And of course, we have to take into consideration the other people in our home too. It's their home, not just yours. Consider where your treasure is. To simplify your home, it needs to start with your heart. What is the status of your heart? The lesson is the same. In order to simplify, you must deal with the heart. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Matthew 6:21. Now here's the step that often gets overlooked. Take care of the things you choose to keep. This isn't about obsessing over cleanliness or maintenance. It's about valuing what you've decided is important enough to stay in your life. When you care for your possessions, you're modeling something powerful to your kids. You're showing them gratitude. You're teaching them that it's better to cherish and maintain what we have than constantly crave what we don't. And that's a lesson that will serve them for life. I like to talk about stewardship with my kids a lot, and that's kind of how I think of this step 3. Taking care of your things also helps you stay organized and prepared. You'll spend less time searching for missing items or replacing broken ones, which means more time for the things that really matter. So there you have it, 3 simple steps to simplify your life as a mom. Take inventory, surround yourself with what you love, and care for your things. These steps aren't about adding more to your plate. They're about lightening the load so you can focus on what truly matters. And I'm positive that I did not cover everything. There's all sorts of aspects of simplifying that we could have went into. This is just scratching the surface. Simplifying isn't about achieving perfection or checking off a list. It's about creating a space where you and your family can thrive. It's about making your home a place of peace and purpose, a place where you can show up as the best version of yourself. Thank you for joining me today, Mama. If this video inspired you, give it a thumbs up and share with a fellow mom. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I hope you check out the banana bread sourdough recipe and the accompanying blog post where I dive deeper into simplifying and have more resources and printables there for your benefit. Let's journey together toward creating homes that reflect our values and nurture our families. I hope I see you in the next video.